In today's video, we're going to learn how to make an organizational chart using Microsoft Visio. Welcome to the Accessibility Guide channel. My name is Sean Jordison, and let's jump right in. Microsoft Visio allows us to create complex organizational charts and other data elements using visuals. Now, in today's example, I'm simply going to create an organizational chart. To do this, I can select from my org chart options under the shapes, or I can choose some of the pre-built options that are within the shapes area on the left-hand side. Now we can add things in like a manager belt. Let's add in, this will be Sean Jordison, and I will be the CEO. It's mostly accurate. And then what we can do from here is we can take one of the objects like this staff belt, click and drag it, and I'm going to drop it on top of this other object. This brings up a connected shape, and we could do it again. We could add in staff belt, and let's add in another staff belt, and I'm just dropping it on top of CEO. Now from here, we could add in more information. Like if we wanted to drag in 3 positions, I could drop this directly on the CEO, and it's gonna add in a different type of reference card. But as of right now, all of these elements are exactly the same in terms of hierarchy. If I undo that, and then we do this again, let's do 3 positions, but we'll drop it on top of this other object. It's now all connected through this person. So if this was Steve and he ran document remediation department, and we have remediator 1, remediation 2, and so on, we slowly can start to build out this org chart. Now, if I wanted to add an image, I could simply select inside of the image box and add in our picture. We could do insert picture and then find the picture that we want to insert. I'm not going to add in any pictures at this point, but we can come back and select our design elements and change them however we see fit. Once you have set up your organizational chart, you can then export it out over to PDF. So let's do that. I'm going to select the Acrobat button and then select Create PDF. We can save the file. We're going to have it retain all of the layers just to see if we get a better export option, and then hit Continue. And now we have a PDF that we can review the tags panel. So one of the downsides to using Visio is that it does not export a tagged PDF. We just have a bunch of figure tags in here, and we would really need to come in here and make the PDF accessible using a couple of different techniques for organizational chart accessibility. But as it stands now, this document is not accessible coming out of Visio. Now, if we wanted to start applying our heading structure in here, we could do this a couple of different ways. I'm first going to clean up my tags panel a little bit. Let's right-click New Tag and select Document. And then we can put that figure element inside of it. Next, let's see if our reading order tool will work. Let's select Prepare for Accessibility, Fix Reading Order, and I'm going to try to grab Sean Jordison and make it a heading level 1. That appeared to work. We could take Steve, make it a heading level 2. We'll take these other no names here. This is just dummy information, but I am applying a heading structure. So we have remediation 1, this will be a heading level 3. Remediation 2 will be a heading level 3, and then remediation 3 will be a heading level 3. Select Close. And now we have like a baseline tag structure. We have H1, our H2s, and our H3s. But for proper reading order, I would really want these H3s underneath the right location for where they correspond with. Oh, and then we need to move all of these elements underneath our document tag. That should get you started with making this organizational chart accessible from Visio. And if you want to take this conversation a little bit further, I now have a community with multiple self-paced courses where you can learn how to make your documents accessible all by yourself. If you want to check out how I can help you get accessible, take a look at the link in the description of this video. And as always, I could be your champion for inclusion. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.